whatever it was. Oh, I think I'm joined with my guest, a guest from the past. That is, I'm happy to have her back. Miss Kiki is back. How's it going?
Going.
Yes, Saturday night indeed. How you been? True, true. So, it's great to have you back on, and I'll tell the people how did Kiki got back on the show. Pretty much, it was just a couple days ago. So, NFL season is here. Football season, for the most part, is here. I'll make my predictions, and you retweeted my tweet, my NFL picks. So I'm like, and Kiki, and like, oh, that was Kiki retweeted me. So I just decided to reconnect, and yeah, here we are, a few days later, and I did not have an interview scheduled prior to tonight, so thank you for filling that void.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
So we'll talk some more football here and there, but first things first, we'll talk about um how would you describe your, with summer season starting to wind down with about a few weeks to fall. You're in the West Coast, so you're probably gonna get some warm weather after once fall gets here. Anyway, you probably, perhaps. But how would you describe your summer season thus far?
Hot. Very, very. I am not a big fan of summer, especially the 110 degree range. So, lots of
Okay, that's fair enough. I'm a summer person. I'm not shy about it whatsoever. I could deal with some fall. I could deal maybe 60 degrees, and I have a hoodie, some jeans. I'll be alright. But when winter comes along with the 20, 30 degrees and snow weather, you know, that's when my mood goes down. It's like, ugh. So so with all that being said, what do you have planned as far as upcoming shoots or projects that you're working on? What you have in the works that your fan base needs to keep an eye on?
So, days ago, I shot a brand new scene for Wildfire. For them, a couple of weeks. My tour has been getting revamped, so we're kind of doing all of that. OnlyFans, premium snapshots, all of that. There's lots of cool stuff. There's lots of new stuff I'm editing right now. That will be on the channel. Pretty excited.
So, one thing I noticed from, actresses like yourself, like you mentioned the premium stuff where you can connect and interact with fans and people can purchase your content and stuff like that. Which one in particular, that you feel that's been the most active, that's been the more, people purchase the most out of the most? Would it be the clips for sale? Would it be anything else in particular?
Well, it's been really nice because my OnlyFans has been building, and I've had some loyal supporters there.
So, I've heard of that. My OnlyFans. That's the name of the webs.
The website is OnlyFans.com.
Okay.
Not only can you follow me getting exclusive content, but there's tons of actors that have the same thing. So there's plenty
Okay, so for for those that have expressed interest but not sure exactly what they getting out of this, uh, what type of content do you put out there? Is it photos, videos, video messages? Like what's the type of content that you put on there in particular?
All of the above. That's what I try to put on different pieces from my home collection, so that way people get something on OnlyFans that they wouldn't find anywhere.
All right, so OnlyFans, that's definitely a spot to go. You know, if you really get the scoop on Kiki, you know, that's the place to go. Go to all her stuff, obviously, but you really get the scoop. You go to OnlyFans. So
Yeah, if somebody wants to get a nice list of links, it's actually pinned to my Twitter account, underscore Dare, DAIRE. Good place to go look for all of my things.
speaking of the name Kiki, so that has been a very popular name, um, courtesy of a certain hip hop artist who mentions the name Kiki in his. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Okay. So. Yeah. You already know what the song I'm referring to. So.
People that do the car thing with it get run over. It's so obnoxious.
I will agree that the challenge thing is very idiotic. Um. Now, obviously, it didn't came from him. I think it came from, I guess, another guy that came up with the dance moves and all that. But yeah, when I saw a lot of people doing the car things, I was like, people look, if you want to enjoy the song, that's fine. But don't put yourself in harm's way. Don't put somebody else in harm's way. And I'm glad it just didn't last for very long. Because
Well, the guy that came up with the challenge
yeah,
is genius. Seriously.
yeah.
He and the guy that came up with the Macarena did both do something similar. It was terrible. Like, honestly,
And, you know, my
put them out of his misery already.
yeah, yeah. That Macarena thing, like I haven't heard that word in like 10 years. Uh,
Even better, we can use him and the guy that came up with the Barney meme.
oh, no love for Barney. No love.
The theme song is so good. If you ever had a kid and you had this kid hear this over and over again, you would hate it too.
I can understand that. You know, I'm not a parent per se, but I guess from your perspective, I get it. You know, but I guess that's been quite the theme for variations of entertainment. It's all about what's catchy. It's all about what's out there, and people are gonna follow that trend. People want to follow trends, but not make trends of their own. Uh, so, but I guess people go where the money goes. I guess. Um, just yeah, yeah, but yeah, the I will say Macarena. That's like I could do a lot of different dance moves than that.
Yeah,
You know.
at least it was over-pictured like the whole Kiki challenge thing.
Yeah, pretty much. So, um, so I want to talk some football. Since you retweeted my stuff. You got a favorite football team?
I'm a Saints fan through and through.
Okay, I'm a Saints fan myself. So I want to apologize to the football atheists on my Twitter timeline because come Monday, uh, technically early afternoon, evening ish, it'll be flooded with Saints tweets. Uh, now I won't tweet every single play or something like that. You know, people tend to do that, but I'm not gonna be that person. But I will tweet here and there. You know, that's my favorite team. I'm a Saints fan. I've been a Saints fan for like since the '90s when they were called the Aints, brown paper bags. Yeah. So yeah. So people be like, "Oh, you a bandwagon fan?" Like, no, I was there since Aaron Brooks was the quarterback. I was there when Mike Dicker had that trade for Ricky Williams. Like I seen it. I watched it. I witnessed it. I had my hopes up for Ricky Williams. This is before he was all over the weed and stuff. He was young, up and coming. Had a great collegiate career in Texas. I was excited for Ricky Williams, and then he became a bust. Went to Miami, smoked weed, got suspended, quit, whatever. NFL, they something else on a variety of things here and there. So you a Saints fan, I'm a Saints fan. We all have to deal with heartbreak together for the last 2 years, and I feel like this might be their last year being competitive for a Super Bowl one. Like I like Drew Brees, that's my dude, but he is 40 years old, and Father Time will catch up to us all. So, what are your realistic expectations for this Saints team this year?
I think they're going to have a great season this year, to be honest. I mean, they were so close last year. They're so wrong. I was TV as much as I did.
So,
Got one show.
okay. So, with that being said, what made you upset the most? Was it the Minnesota Miracle or the non-call against the Rams last year?
It was the non-call. The defense was so
Yeah. I would definitely agree. The no call against the Rams, that was mind blowing. Like, and the ref, and there was a ref right there. And even after the game, the defenders, he even acknowledged, like, I got beat, so I had to do something. So I appreciate that defender for his honesty, but that still should have been called. And if that would have been called, that would have been a touchdown. We would have put the game away, going to the Super Bowl. And we sure as hell could have beat the Patriots. But I guess, we'll never know.
Yeah, don't even get me started.
Yeah.
It's sad when you're next to the Rams fans and they're like, oh, you just got close. Yeah, no joke.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's not happening.
Yeah. So, but that's a thing of the past. We got a good team, like you said. I believe we'll win the division. I don't see much happening from the NFC South. Tampa Bay is still going with Jameis Winston. He ain't done nothing. Cam Newton is hurt in Carolina, ankle injury, and Falcons still haven't quite recovered since they blew a 28-3 lead in the Super Bowl against the Patriots. So, yeah.
Yeah, and then watching the Bears game
Yeah.
wow, talk about leadership and all that.
Yeah. And it was warm. When I think of Chicago football, I think of cold weather. It was a nice sunny day in Chicago, and while Aaron Rodgers looked bad at times, well, his offensive line looked really bad because Chicago's defense is really good. They did all they could do, but Trubisky couldn't do worth for shit. he, he like, he had a good season last year. It's not his fault that they lost. It was the kicker. So they appear to have a kicker that they have faith on. Good for them. I was kind of hoping that Aaron Rodgers would keep the mustache, cause that that like, how do you even have that mustache and grow it like that? Like, that look like that came from the 70s and 80s. I don't know.
It was like his 80s porn mustache.
Are we talking Juan Jeremy-esque type of stash?
Very, very
So that was very uneventful way to start the NFL season, but it's just one game, and we have a long season ahead. So speaking of, you keeping up with football, have you been keeping up with this whole Antonio Brown situation?
I haven't actually.
Well, so here's what happened. He got into a hissy fit with the general manager, threatened him and whatnot. They were going to suspend him, then they weren't going to suspend him, and as of today, he got released by the Raiders. And then a few hours later, New England Patriots picked him up. So, and here's where things get even more crazy. Patriots season opener tomorrow night, going up against his first former team, the Pittsburgh Steelers, the same team that traded him to Oakland. So, pretty much. Now yeah. So, for whatever, I'm just gonna say this as a football fan. I guess the football gods must have been like, yeah, that Thursday game sucked, but we're gonna make it up to you. So we'll yeah, the football gods just got together and say we're gonna make it up to y'all, and indeed they did. So thank y'all. So Kiki, great chatting with you. Um, Absolutely. You can go ahead and promote your social media links, and where else can people check out all things Miss Kiki?
Well, like I said, I posted my link in my Twitter account. My Twitter account is _D'aire, Daire. You can find me on Instagram under Kiki D'aire, and you can also hit up my Snapchat. You can see me on Cam. Like, there's so many ways to check out all.
That is definitely the one thing I'm going to have to do is have a cam interaction with you. Uh, I can I can only imagine what that conversation is going to be like, and just putting it. So yeah, so I will definitely look into that for sure. So great chatting with you. Thank you so much again. Continued success and everything. And I say, since I know you are a fellow Saints fan, I'll definitely keep a close eye on your feeds too. And maybe we'll recap some Saints football down the road at some point, I guess. So you too, yes, take care. Bye bye. That was